Okay, good morning. It's it's almost noon. It's 10:49, 10:51 according to my computer. Bruce is gonna join me today. So he's making his coffee, and I need to put cinnamon in mine.
I'm going to.
You're going to
change my clothes so I don't look so yucky.
You're going to change your clothes before you join me?
Yeah, while this is.
Okay. It's already recording, so you know that, right?
I'm just talking this.
I heated up my coffee. Let me get my cinnamon. I kind of hinted and looked at him, but he didn't bring it to me. Cinnamon. I don't know why, but for some reason it seems like the cinnamon does good stuff for me. And the turmeric does, and the you can't hear me. All right, I've got my turmeric. I put too much of that in sometimes, and it's just, it tastes kind of weird. Just put a little, Shannon. And then my clove. So I put stuff in the coffee so that it, for health reasons. The Swiss Miss is for health reasons too. I need a spoon. So I was listening to my Echo Dot this morning. I have her starting my day. I still haven't tweaked her. She's still doing it wrong. But she told me about some guys that tried to claim a $100,000 lottery ticket, and they weren't able to do it because the lottery ticket had numbers glued on. What people will try. It's so funny. Yesterday was a so I'm thinking that my main as I go with the flow, I'm thinking that my main resolution is going to be that every day is controlled by God and not me. That I don't plan it. So I don't get up in the morning and plan my day. Or the night before or whatever. There may be a few things that I tell myself I need to make sure to do that, pay a bill or whatever. But the day is going to be managed by God, not me. So yesterday, I, just threw my day to the wind to see what he would do with it. And it was a really good day. I got some regular chores accomplished. I got some chicken stuff done. I collected eggs, and then I came in and I started working on my Christmas book, which is I'll show you in a little bit some of the starter. I'm just making my starter pages. I kind of sort of want to put a camera up over while I'm doing some of it. I wish I could figure out how they do it and then they speed it up so that you can kind of see, But I don't really have a good workstation yet. My, craft area / studio, what you want to call a studio, but you call it a craft area because it doesn't look like a studio. It looks like a bunch of crap in a room. Is not in working order. It doesn't have things set up the way I need them to be because I need to have a table that is of a certain height, and it needs to be empty of stuff, and you need to be able to leave your stuff out so that you can walk past it and think. It's just, how it works. It's like when you paint a picture, well, I've never painted an actual picture, but I do have a paint by number picture that I get to do. But, I get, when you do something like that, you walk past it. I remember my mom painted one of this She painted a picture of like a girl with a bonnet, and I think she wanted it to be more of like a realistic picture, but she put too many colors. The colors were very, very animated, so it was almost as if it was, not a realistic picture. It had a lot of, unreal. It was like a blue backdrop with unrealistic colors, but she was trying. She had, I think it was probably the first time she had worked with oils, and because usually she was working with pastels, which is like chalks, and she did a lot of things with that. She did like a picture of my cousin Stacy. She did a picture of Elvis, and I don't remember anything else that she might have done. But anyway, she was pretty good at it. And do you need to sneeze?
No, I don't.
Okay. But as she had her easel up with the picture on it, she would walk past it. For my mom, who was OCD, it was not a good thing because she was always messing with it. It was like, just leave it alone. It looks good, And then finally went in the trash can. I was like, why? Just like,
leave it alone.
It was really pretty. I mean, it was pretty. I mean,
well, I know somebody else that kind of does that every once in a while.
I don't throw it in the trash.
No,
I just set it aside to rework it. So there's a pile or set aside to rework things.
Or someone's hair, or someone's this or that. It's kind of like, oh, it's just like, oh, yeah. I'm like, leave it alone already, stop.
I'm like, just okay, honey.
That's
it's
not
done.
me,
It's
so.
done. This is just done. Are you talking about you and your
no.
wanting to bite my nails?
No. No, it's
I have my Julie cup today.
Yeah, look at there. I have my cup here, previously known as pink.
It was pink.
It was pink.
All the pink came off, so he got to have it now.
So I got
so all his.
Yeah.
So we got some more quail eggs. We have got, oh my gosh, we've got like 12.5 quail eggs now.
It's good.
Megan hasn't gotten any yet, and so I asked her, I said, are they getting any light? And she said, I just took the cover or whatever off. She said, I think I'm going to leave the cover off now. So I think hers weren't getting enough light. I think she has a light in there. So, well, I don't know. Maybe she doesn't have. I don't know. Anyway, but so she hasn't gotten any yet.
So we're
waiting either that or a snake is getting in there and eating them.
And she got the same birds we do, right?
Yes, but she has twice as many.
Well, I was just thinking because the color. I was to see if there were different colors. If she was.
No, she had a white quail, but that one died. Something got it.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah. So that's going well. We have all of our special needs birds are outside. So the house has fewer birds in it. Yes.
Tell you what, it's made a big.
It has, and yet we're about to crank up a couple of.
But incubators. But those chickens are going to someone.
But those chickens are going to someone. At least 6 of them are, and so. But I told them, I said, we might as well just throw all of them in.
Yeah,
and see
and then
how they do because
put them on the thing and see if anybody wants to get some.
And then the other ones that I have here are the male is naked neck and the hens are frizzles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to crank up another incubator and throw those suckers in.
We'll make sure we post it and say this is what's coming.
Yes, but I mean that's the thing is that. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's the thing is that they have to go right away because I don't want them exposed to anything outside of the house. I don't want them to be grown out and go outside and then sold to anybody because I don't want them to get anything. So Buckbeak, oh my God. Okay, so y'all all know that we have, I'm sorry, this is chicken talk and I know it's boring unless you have chickens. But you all know that we're going through our pox thing, and it's making its round through all of the birds. Now, once it goes through all of the birds, then we're done. It doesn't, and it's just one of those things that just happens. They get it from wild birds, and once it's gone, once they've gotten it, they don't get it again. So, my marshmallow and my buckbeak hadn't gotten it yet. And they started fighting. And I guess because they were fighting and because they had open wounds, oh
My goodness.
my gosh.
We have not only one, but two.
And their faces are just bloated with just they look like lepers.
Somebody just watches this one like, oh, okay, put my coffee down now.
I know, but yeah. He had to hold Buckbeak so I could at least clear his eyes so he could see. Oh my gosh, they look so bad.
So we were talking about Marshmallow, the head rooster that had, I said, oh, he said, like, oh, see, he's got pox. I'm like, oh. So then I was over on the other side. I said, well, have you seen this one?
He walked around and I went, oh my God.
The second
It's like his entire head looks like... I hate this, yeah. But fortunately, it's all dry.
Yeah.
No, wait. But they had... Buckbeak had some in his mouth, too. He had some of the... I don't know. It's not going to be fun.
No.
Anyway...
Anyhow, speaking of chicken, I used my kasori.
Taylor bought Dad this kasori. It's like at least that's how we think
it's a dry air fryer.
It's an air fryer. And so he put in a package of seasoned chicken quarters. And within first he did it for 25 minutes or something like that. And they were almost completely done. And then he put it in for a few more minutes. They were totally done. Tasted amazing.
Yeah, I just had two. I had
two.
There was a lot in there, so it took a little bit longer to cook, but that's okay. It's good testing.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. And so it just didn't take what would have taken me an hour before. It was like nothing.
And there's no prep time. Zero.
No, he just threw them in this thing, closed the drawer, and then boom. Done.
And it starts up. It has a little.
It's crazy.
Like a little generator.
So we're gonna have to figure something out with that. Yeah. I'm thinking, it's an air fryer. So does that mean that I can go get some popcorn shrimp and some French fries and some some of those things and just throw them in there?
That's correct.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. You just have
healthy meal there.
Yeah,
But if I pray over it. It's all good.
Yeah, so
it'll go where it needs to go.
So we,
I believe it. I've come to the conclusion that if you pray over your food, it goes where it needs to go, and it dumps the crap that's bad for you. So
got that.
You believe it?
Got that recipe book that goes with it. There's some really, it's like a crock, like you're saying, like a crock pot. You put the pot out there. And you put the stuff in there and just let it go. This is the same. But
if you put the pot away, then you don't use it.
That's right.
So if you don't have any counter space,
you don't use anything.
But that's the thing. That's the thing that sucks is that we don't have any counter space. We've got Megan's saying you have more than me, but we don't have much counter space. We have probably about maybe 6 foot of usable counter space in our kitchen.
That's a pretty good assumption.
Yeah. And so if that, because part of it is actually connected to the sink. Yeah. So you really have more like 4 foot of usable counter space. And so, so you have to decide what is the most important thing
dun, dun, dun.
to have up there. And right now we have the coffee maker, the popcorn maker. It's important. The TV, my plants.
Important.
The dot.
And then the
compost.
Yeah.
The Dad has the fryer out
I have
right
the fryer
now.
out, but it's on the sink.
But that's it. It's like like a container of all those utensils that you don't want to put in the drawer because otherwise you're going to cuss the drawer out every time you open it.
Yep, that's it.
So you put them in there. Like the potato masher.
The one that you use all the time, like that. That's right.
No, but you do use it. You don't use it very often, but you do use it. But when you put it in the drawer, you cuss the drawer out. You call it that damn drawer.
Everything, yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, but I have a beautiful big crock pot, and all I have to do is like get carrots, potatoes, and some stew meat,
What if you
and
set
just toss it in
What if
with
you set it right next to the
boom,
coffee maker on the right,
food
on the sink?
Yeah, but see, what makes me nervous is the sink is metal. So, like, you put something electrical on a sink that's metal right next to a sink. You've got water, metal, electricity. Just doesn't feel right. I don't know. I always want to put, like, a towel, a buffer zone, like a rubber or something. You okay?
Yeah, that would be. But
yeah.
How much
more food we could actually? Yeah, because it's like. Although Alex came in, he had Chick-fil-A last night, so he comes in with his bag of Chick-fil-A, and I said, "Dude, you brought Chick-fil-A home and you didn't think of your parents?" And he goes, "Okay, for one, this was free, and two, I'm not sure I would have gotten it for myself. The roads keep changing." Because he had to drive the loop.
Oh,
I don't think he's driven the loop yet.
The roads keep changing.
The roads keep changing. And you can tell he was like, evidently something. Yeah, he was probably going the wrong way or something. He's so funny. Such a funny kid.
Oh,
anyway, so he was not happy about the roads changing. So, anyway.
So that's one of our goals is trying to cook some more food.
One of our goals needs, well...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess. Yeah, one of our goals needs... I'm sorry. One of our goals needs to be... to simplify. So I guess anything that simplifies cooking. We don't cook like the last few years, we just don't cook. We just eat weird stuff.
Yeah.
We do.
So
anyway.
So we, the shrimp that I get in the bag every once in a while that I put into just do the ketchup thing, I can now put on skewers and season them and put them in the thing. Oh.
Fried. Has to be fried. Well, I won't eat it unless.
Well, it is kind of.
I won't eat it unless it's got a batter coating and you can't see the shrimp, can't taste that it's shrimp, and.
Well, you can do that in there too. You can do the battery.
I don't. I'm not a fish person. Yeah. But if it's completely coated and doesn't taste like fish, then I'll go for it. But I'm excited about French fries. Yeah, so my dad, every time my dad would cook, was like steak and French fries.
Well, I was going to stop by the Justin's house and pick up that French fry cutter.
Oh yeah, see, he has like his parents' old. See, I thought I brought that home already.
No, it's still sitting up in there.
Okay. He has his parents' old, like where you put you slide the little thing in and you push the thing down and it just put the potato in and you push the thing down and it just pushes the potato through the.
Mm-hmm. And then you're supposed to blanch it, but
in salt water.
But that's a lot of work. No, but what they say is you just. From what I've been reading, no, you just put it in.
Do water. I keep interrupting you so that you just can never ever tell me? Sorry, go ahead.
Am I doing that to you?
No, I kept interrupting you. It was like, you do this, you do that. You're like, no, no.
And,
okay, so what do you do with the fries?
You put those just in regular water.
Okay.
Remember we used to boil the water.
But then you have to dry them before you can fry them.
It says you just pat them dry with a towel. Or paper towel or whatever it is.
Okay.
And then you pop them in there. Season
them. Oh, these?
Yeah, those.
Oh, for that. Okay. Or you can just go to H-E-B and get a big old bag. For like...
Well, you can. But
it's all done. You just dump them in there.
Yeah, you could do that.
Could go.
You could do that too. I could, yeah. So we'll see.
Tater tots. This is not good food that I'm talking about.
No, it's not. It's not. I did see some asparagus on there that they put some cheese over, but I had an itchy nose this morning too. I got it.
Yeah, but see, you don't do it the way I do it.
I know. I don't.
It's kind of like saluting.
I can't do that. Okay. All right, that's disgusting. Unsubscribe.
My nose can turn up. His nose is just too stiff and
turns to the side.
Big.
Goes to the side.
Big honker of a nose. Just.
You know what else I did the other day? After I got through taking a shower. My beard was dry.
Mm-hmm.
I went in there. I went.
You did Bruce Lana's curly beard, curly.
I kind of went up on that. It doesn't work.
Did you look like Colonel Sanders?
Yeah, just somebody from the OK Corral.
Bruce Lana did that for Christmas Eve, and it was so cute. No, Christmas Day. Christmas Day? Yeah, Christmas Day. It was so cute. He was so cute. He was so proud of it.
Yeah, I would
have.
And then. I think he probably did it for Christmas, for New Year's. He probably did it for New Year's Eve too, because they had their little.
Yeah, he did his
they
little.
They went to that party. He had his little.
They did their little. What do they call it? The
Roaring 20s.
Roaring 20s. Yeah, that's cute. I thought it was cute. Somebody made fun of him, and then he felt bad, and I was like, why did they make fun of him? Nobody makes fun of them. Just leave them alone.
Just let it go, man. Let the mustache.
Let it go. Why do people have to comment on if somebody's okay? But no. Hey, I can't say anything because I've done it myself. Accidentally, sometimes I've done it myself. Mm-hmm. I remember a friend of mine got a nose pierced way back when it was the new thing, and I was like, "Whoa, what'd you do?" And she's like, she was real proud of it. And I acted as if it was, okay.
Debbie Downer.
Yeah, I felt bad about it afterwards, but it just startled me because it just startled me. And so I wasn't used to it. Yeah. Now everybody, a lot of people have it and it's actually cute, yeah. But back then I wasn't used to it. I didn't. No. Just wasn't used to it.
Yep. So
anyway,
all sorts of things like that. Whenever it's gonna be one of these days. It's like I guess it was. Now, how far did I plan ahead for my earrings, or did I just kind of like on a whim? We said I'm just gonna.
We went ahead. We planned ahead. We planned ahead because we planned ahead. Because you didn't have a job that you couldn't do it, and it was something you wanted to do, and your boys had it.
I'm glad you finished that sentence.
Huh?
You started off with, you didn't have a job.
No, you didn't have a job that you couldn't.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
It was a good musician look for the long hair and everything, and so you decided to do the one, and then you did the other as your hair got a little bit longer. And, yeah. And I've gotten to the point where I like one of my nephews at Christmas, he and his wife both, they have a sleeve, tattoo sleeve that is really well done and just really beautiful, really, really beautiful work. Whoever did it did a really great job. And I have gotten to the point where I think that stuff is cool. And back before, I think I always thought it was cool, but I was like, oh, it's not for me. Because I always had this envision of, it's permanent. You better love it. And that was my whole thing, is that it's permanent. Don't do it unless you absolutely love it. Yeah. And I still feel that way. I still feel like, if you're going to do it, make sure that you really love it. But now I'm like, I probably would get one.
Not a sleeve, but you'd get a tattoo.
No, I wouldn't get a sleeve. But I like some of the ones that they put like right here. And I like when they do like the ring or some of the different things on the hands. I love the things that they do on the ankles and stuff, except my ankles are ugly. But Yeah, go out there. Go run out there and bark at the deer. So I heard the plane go over and all the chickens were just going off. And I was like, it's an airplane. They go over every 5 minutes. Shut up.
It's like they let out a whole flock of hawks. I heard it start, and then I could hear the airplane going off, and then it's like, well, this is gonna be something. And sure enough, man, they were. I think if they all had a voice of some sort, they all went off.
Greta's got his head buried in Daddy's arm. That's the traditional Greta cuddle right there. Mm-hmm. He's got so many owies on his head.
Yeah. Yeah,
he has skin allergies. He's always had skin allergies, and so he has owies all over his head. He's always had
something.
He's always had that. He's very lucky that he's very sweet, and we love him very much because.
I mean, because your average Joe
would not have kept him.
No.
Well, the only thing is that my husband spoils his animals a little more than he should, and so I have like these training methods of, okay, you're allowed this, but you're not allowed this. So Dad,
I have these untraining methods.
So Dad let Greta sleep in a linen cabinet, which is, it's our game cabinet, but it's got linens. It's got like dog linens and chair covers in the bottom of it. And so Dad is letting him stay in there. I was going to pull him out. I didn't want him in there. And Dad goes, oh, but he's so comfortable. And so I caved.
Using my manipulation methods.
Like how you said that, manipulation.
Manipulations. Sorry. Did I say nipple?
Yeah, you did.
I did.
And so so Greta threw up in the cabinet now. So now I get to clean that out, and then I get to clean all the blankets he slept on. And so Dad makes more work for me. Always. It's like.
See, I thought of it more of it's just temporary. He's only going to be there for a month, and then he's going to move.
A month is a long time. That's like 30 days of possible throw up. Because he ate too fast, and he's like up checking in the closet.
It was his New Year's resolution, I guess.
New Year's what?
Resolution.
I thought you said revolution. Nicely cease. I just messed him up. Sorry. Let me show them some of my book pages that I've prepped.
Oh, sure. Now after I can't sneeze, now you're gonna walk off.
You can sneeze now. Go ahead.
I can't.
I know. Okay, so I don't have a lot done yet, but I've got some things. I have some things started, just barely. I've got a few pages started. So this is probably going to be a possible. I'm actually this time. All the other times I've used a book and created the Christmas book out of the book. And this time I'm going to try to make a book out of pages. So we'll see how it turns out. So anyway, so this is probably going to be a front page. And I went ahead and I put, so I cut off like I guess an inch off of another part. And then I put a cloth, a piece of cloth so that it would bend, but still stay together. So, and then this is the back page. And again, same thing. I cut off the same. So it's like I cut off opposite of that one, as you can see. And then I did the same thing with this one. So it has a cloth. It's not bending yet because I don't have it.
She's pushing the limits.
I don't have it worked in yet. So anyway, so this should probably be the back cover. This should be the front cover. And then my pages, as I go, this is one of our wrapping papers that we had. So I kind of just glued it onto a piece of, it's not really cardstock. It's kind of just a thick paper. So this is one of the wrapping papers. This is another of the wrapping papers that Alex picked. And there was a joke behind he was being a turd. And anyway, so there's a story behind his wrapping paper, and then there was a story behind this thing, which is a receipt of Taylor's, or a receipt of a gift that Taylor gave us that he didn't want me to see, so he ripped it up. And he didn't want me to see what it was and how much some of the things cost and whatever, so he ripped it up. And so when he left, I found all the little pieces and I glued them together. Because the things are Dungeon and Dragon dice, and they all have like names, names to their colors and stuff. And I thought the names were kind of cool.
Yep.
And so I wanted that information, and so I have it on here. So mine is let's see, it has like mythical sinister emerald, and let's see, mine is mythical platinum pink sapphire is the name of mine. I don't know, what color were you? What color was yours? Oh, were you green, orange, blue?
I was.
Oh no, these are the folding things. Which one were you? Sapphire? I don't know.
I think sapphire is my birthstone. So
there's Dark Arts Vengeance, Mythical Sinister Emerald, Mythical Sinister Sapphire. So emerald is red, sapphire is blue.
Emerald is green, I thought. Okay.
And then Dreamscape Desert Melody. So I don't know what that is. That's probably
That's a great song.
And Mythical Platinum Pink Sapphire.
I can't remember.
So he had all of those on there, and I liked the names of them, and I thought it was a good story.
It is a good story.
It's a good story. So like on this other side here, with the Santas, I'm going to either write out the story to this page and put it on there, and so we'll remember it later on or whatever. Just fun stuff. So I got to do some of that yesterday. That was exciting. I got to actually pull out my brush, my Mod Podge, and my little roly dilly bopper thingy.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
It was fun, but I had to use a kitchen table because I don't really have a workspace that works with, and it's kind of like, well, what do you want to have as a workspace? If you're working really hard in an area, like your studio, you've been working for like a few years setting it up exactly the way you want it, and you've got it like, I can't.
And the thing is, every once in a while, it's kind of going like, I wonder how this would work any better, right? Because I got that one screen that's on that dresser or the drawer or whatever there, and it's like, I can't use it there. I don't want it there. So until I figure something else out.
Yeah. See, and so like what he does is like every once in a while he's like, I'm gonna change things up, and he's just kind of like, and until he, I think you have to work with something for a while until you get to a point where you realize what exactly you need. I have a couple of desks that I use for a couple of different things, and they work for what I use them for, but they don't work for anything else. It's kind of like, okay, well, see, so I have like 2 different desks. So then my studio, my studio area is just a mess. All my stuff is nice and organized, but the table, you can't even see the table. Mm-hmm. And it needs some work.
Well, you've got the idea of wanting to show how you do some of these things, and you want to have a camera above you.
But I also, when I'm doing stuff, when I'm working on some of this stuff, some of it gets tedious, and you want something to keep your mind going, and so you kind of want to have like a TV or music, and I can't do music. Music makes me nervous sometimes, so I like to do TV type stuff, like something that you've seen, like Vampire Diaries or Friends, or something like that just kind of goes and you're listening to it. And so, but I don't have that there, and so I'm thinking, because we have an extra TV that's a wall mount, that's just a small TV, and I'm considering maybe figuring out a way to work that into the thing there where I can play movies and I've got it there and I can do my thing and I've got that going and I don't know. So I don't know.
You can have the camera there and it could be actually hooked into there so you can see what you're.
Yeah, and I don't know how to do the camera thing, so I can show y'all how to do.
We'll figure.
Like a page.
It's easy to figure.
So to do like a to do
make your own book.
To do a tutorial. There you
go. Okay.
Tutorial.
Yeah.
I have to blow my nose.
Okay. No, it could be. Well, that would be kind of fun.
It would be.
I've already. You kind of like the Sandman from the church.
Oh yeah.
He has the camera.
That was actually, what's really funny is they had a whole lot of people that showed up for that. That probably didn't hear me.
Yeah, well, Jeff said that both the first two services were overflowed, seriously overflowed.
Were overflowed?
That's how I'll put it for today. Seriously overflowed.
Well, did he announced it during the Christmas services, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Okay, so that's probably what.
It was great, and we were very fortunate. Even though he was not there in the evening, we were very fortunate to have seen what he did.
They did a video,
and it was.
My nose is aching.
It was very, very impressive. Yes, it is. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
It was very impressive. So.
Yeah, so it was really neat. People who have talents like that. I remember one time I did a tutorial on my blog of one of my purses, and then afterwards I took it off because I was like, "What are you doing, Shannon? Don't show people how you make your purses." And and then I thought, well, that's silly. That it wouldn't have made any difference. I don't make any of my purses the same. So.
No, I know, and that's how tutorials work sometimes because people want to do things really cool.
Well, the Christmas ones,
just don't know how or can't do them, and I think your help.
The Christmas books are a way to scrapbook your cards, your Christmas cards, and then tell the stories of the things that happened through Christmas. And I can't do that for someone; they have to do it for themselves, and it's fun to do.
And theirs won't be the same, and they're not going to sell it. It's something for themselves.
No. But it doesn't really matter. I don't sell half my stuff anyway. It's all sitting there on Etsy and stuff. And I don't put any new stuff on because I don't.
Until we simplify here, there's no time to.
But I need to get my studio/craft room, and I need to get that thing set up. I can't work in it right now.
Yes, you do.
There's no way.
You have the space is great. You just don't. It's just not.
The space is not great. The space is okay. It's kind of it's like if you take this porch here, screened it in, or not screened it in, but closed it in, and then just took half of it. So it's a space that's not very big, but it works. It's big enough, kind of. I'd actually like it to be like a giant room.
Size of the kitchen. I think once you see that the table's cleaned off, and you have your stuff on there.
Yeah, I need more workspace and more storage. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, I'll tell you what. As soon as Alex moves
out. No, I don't want his room.
Oh, you don't?
His room's just going to be an extra.
Okay.
I don't want to take over that room. I would really like that room just to be there for Taylor when he comes down and stuff like that.
So then you could take some of the stuff that's in there and move it in there then.
I just said I don't want to use that room.
No, not you. No, for just putting some things to the side, not using.
No, then we'd use the room as storage.
Oh, I see.
Really?
I see what you mean. Using as just
don't
a
use
general
the room.
term.
No, just have it as a guest room,
right.
or a room that when you want to sleep and not have roosters crowing outside your window, you can.
That's all right. I'm good.
39 minblessed of blessed talk that you got to listen to.
That's it. That's the way to say it. A blessed. A
A blessed talk. Okay, so the book that I am reading, I think, is called The Pursuit of God. And it's an old book. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, and it's one of the books I'm reading, and it's a free Kindle Prime read. Oh wow, it's just the wording that it's almost poetic when you read these things that people wrote in the 1800s or something. It's just different. It's different how they wrote, and it's just, I don't know, it feels kind of cool to read it, and I still have it. It's like it's connected though. This one hair that just kind of like hangs. So it's really interesting. It talks about it talks about
No.
It talks about faith in a completely different. It talks about faith in a different way, and it talks about it kind of almost denounces what a lot of pastors say. They just like, well, you don't have to feel it, and all this stuff is kind of like, I don't know. It's a really interesting read. If you are someone who is a Christian who is wanting to increase their walk, their spiritual walk, it's a really good read. It's a really neat, different read in that category. It's not the same thing. And it's very interesting, and so I enjoyed it. So if you, I don't remember, I should pause and go get it and make sure that I've got the right title and author. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, it's The Pursuit of God by A.W. Tozer. I'm about halfway through it, and it's an interesting read. Like I said, different than anything, different than the typical stuff that you read. I imagine it probably would be kind of like a, what's his name, the guy that did the Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe? C.S. Lewis. I would imagine it would be kind of like a C.S. Lewis book, but this one's easy. I don't know. I'm getting more out of this one. And the other one I'm reading is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey, which is it goes over your head a little bit, but they both kind of do. But I like challenging. To me, makes me smarter.
Well, I was while you were reading those, I was reading a one that
Dr. Seuss.
Yes, about how good green eggs and ham are.
No, what were you saying?
I was reading that how to become a kick-ass husband.
Yeah, and
I stopped after I got through like the third chapter.
Buy her diamonds. Buy her.
And then my friend and his wife were on vacation in the Vatican or whatever. And going like, all you're doing is spending money on this stuff. The only thing that I did like about it though is that he recommended you keep a wife journal.
Oh, that's interesting.
So he uses his notes section on his phone for it.
So what do you put in a wife journal?
We're out someplace, and you said, now this is what this would be great to have. It's a blah, 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 blah.
But that's buying things again.
But it's remember. It's the whole point of that you were listening and you're remembering, and you can take a picture of it, or you can write it in your book that she likes this, or she likes this particular kind of flower, or it's something that you.
You know what? To me, I think that this is just me, but if you are at HEB and there's a 99-cent herb shelf that has all kinds of different herbs, and you buy me one that I don't have.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, that's the thing. See, they were talking about, people like to get balloons on Valentine's Day or whatever.
No, I don't like balloons. I'm more along the lines of, go to Walmart and grab me a, $7 little bunch of carnations or flowers to put in a little vase that'll last,
I mean, if you got
carnations will last.
If you got the coin, you could do stuff.
You don't have to have the coin for some of the things.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Shh, Linda, listen. He would.
Why do you have to have the coin?
You don't.
Just go pick a flower.
That's what I'm saying. So they would. He would order. It was the point of what it did. He ordered balloons on an off day. Okay, balloons on a vase or whatever for her at work. So she had. No, I'm just saying. So she had to come down through the business and pick that up and walk back to
get all the attention.
And get all, and that's what he was. Yeah. That's what he was.
I don't like balloons. Don't give me balloons.
No, but you've been married long enough where
I'm more along the lines of, if you're going to get me balloons, go to the dollar store, buy balloons there, blow them all up, and just cram them all in my closet.
Yeah. Well, see, I know.
So when I open the door, I go, balloons!
Yeah, I know you enough where it's not what I know not to go out and buy randomly. Like a vase of flowers sitting in here that I spent $25 on or whatever.
No, don't spend $25. Spend less than $10. Yeah. You can get flowers for less than $10.
You can.
He was like, no, you can't. So I showed him. I was like,
she did.
See?
We used to be able to get flowers here off the property.
Yeah.
Put them in a thing, and that
but the thing about it when it comes to women, and it depends on your woman and how much money you make. But me, I'm easy, man. Oh, that made me sound bad. It's just, I'm not like that.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm working on. So I had my wife journal.
Okay, so what's the husband journal? What would be your things? What would be the things that you would appreciate, other than I'm not gonna get you flowers or?
That's a good question.
Christmas, I can give them a list that is like ridiculously long. Am I losing power? I can give him a list that's ridiculously long.
Yes, you are.
And he gives us a list of 4 things. So we're 47 minutes, Dad.
Look at that, and you got the green light on, which is meaning the battery's kind of like.
What green light?
Right there. See a little green dot?
Oh, I didn't notice that. Mm-hmm. It must not have gotten plugged in. All right, well, I guess that is our sign as you shake the.
I know.
That is our sign that we have spent way too much time on this computer. Yesterday's was really long too, so hopefully we didn't bore the crap out of you. But you guys have an awesome day, and let me know, what kind of, I don't know. Let me know what kind of cool things come up that you're thinking about, or if you have any responses to anything that we've talked about and stuff. I love communicating that way. So, okay. So, are you wanting to do a freeze frame? Okay. No freeze frame today. We're just going to wish you well, wish you a very blessed day, and productive, blessed day, and continue on your goal for a great 2020.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so
see you later.
See y'all later. Let me find my cursor. Where am I? There I am.
There it is.
Okay, bye.